suffering, loss on both sides. Help them. Fighting. Destroy ourselves like so many species before us. To change ourselves. Change our fate. Future truly set.
Sentinels!
Let's go! Too late, assholes.
Don't move, you mutant scum! Come here! Flat on the ground! Head behind your head!
Professor? Bobby.
Hey, Storm.
Whenever the Sentinels attack, Warpath spots them. And I say, and... well, then we leave before they ever know we were there.
Because...
Back in time a few days to warn the others of the coming attack.
So she sends me. Wow.
This might just work, Charles. Sentinel program was originally conceived by Dr. Bolivar Trask. In the early... He had begun experimenting on mutants. using their gift, discovered what he was doing.
A mutant with the ability to transform herself.
Knew her as Raven. We met when we were children, grew up together, but only succeeded in driving her away. She, in 73, after the Vietnam War, she found Trask. Did not have the outcome she expected. It only persuaded the government of the... experimented on her. In her DNA, they discovered that create weapons that could adapt to any mutant power, and unless were created. But it all started that day in 1970. Mystique.
Do you want to go back there?
Their hands, then we can stop the Sentinels from ever being born.
And end this.
I can send someone back a couple weeks. You have the most powerful brain in the world, Professor. But the mind can only stretch so far. No one could survive that trip.
What if someone's mind has a way of heart? So I wake up in my younger body.
Convince me of all of this.
Won't you be able to just read my mind?
You're going to have to do for me what I once did for you. Lead me. Guide me.
Patience is my strongest suit.
You'll need me on a dangerous path. Darker path. It's going to take...
Great.
Basically, your body will go to sleep while your mind travels back. But once you wake up, whatever you've done will take the last 50 years never happened. In this world, in this... All right, Logan, I need you to clear your head and to stay as calm and start to slip between past and future.
What if I need to get a little rocky?
I mean, you don't really age, so you'll pretty much look the same.
You won't have my...
And we won't be able to run. We'll have no escape. This is our...
It's not him I'm worried about. It's us. We were young. We didn't know.
Seals do.
This might sting a little.
What's going on here?
What's going on is you're supposed to be guarding the boss's daughter, not screwing her.
Oh, I didn't sleep with her many times, but...
Timmy!
That wasn't me. That was the old me. Oh. Would you believe me if I told you I was sent here from the future? No, you're not. You're gonna give me the keys to your car and some money for gas, or you're gonna wake up in the hospital. Trust of these. What the hell? Damn it! Peaceful thoughts.
Our defense expenditures, and all the black books are being opened. We can't support our already living among us, then they are living here peacefully.
We haven't had an incident. Real enemies out there, the Russians, the Chinese.
We are talking about a 10th. Please.
This was acquired by our friends at the CIA. It's, and I quote, "To Homo neanderthalensis, his mutant... The arrival of the mutated human species, Homo sapiens, was followed by... Now, we are the Neanderthal. When you sent our soldiers to Vietnam without the weapons they needed to win the war, you underestimated. It won't be some border skirmish halfway around the world. This time the war will be fought for my program. It'll be too late.
We're sorry, Dr. Trask.
Can I help you, Colonel?
Just here to give our boy. Stand aside, soldier. That's an order.
Lieutenant, hut!
What is all this?
Lab reports, blood tests. It's all getting packed up and shipped back.
Let's go, gentlemen. Taking you out of this shit show.
What are you doing with those?
Something to make the ride a little smoother. I'm transferring you to a private facility where...
Your men are not military. These troops are going home. I'm afraid I do, son.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Who are you?
Let's move out. Come on, let's go.
Where's Eric?
I'm on my own.
Keep going! I wouldn't want to leave these boys in this godforsaken country!
Yes, sir!
He's still out there.
Where'd they go?
Into the school.
The school's been shut for years. Are you a parent?
No.
You're a beast. Look at you. I guess. So where's the professor?
There's no professor here.
You're pretty strong for a scrawny kid. Come on.
Hey! I said the school's closed.
You and I are gonna be good friends.
Professor! And?
Please don't call me that.
Why, you know this guy?
Yeah, he looks slightly familiar.
Walk.
You're a perceptive one.
I thought Eric.
Which makes it slightly perplexing that you managed to make to leave.
Well, I'm afraid I can't do that because,
I'm busy.
it's gonna be a little tricky. Because the.
50 years from now, like in the future 50 years from now.
Yeah.
I sent you from the future.
Yeah.
How do you know I don't have my... Who are you?
I've been friends for years. I know your powers came when you were 9. I know you were 12, that you realized all the voices were in everyone else's head. Do you want me to go on? You will.
All right, you've piqued me.
I need your help.
I think I'd like to wake up now. So, you're synchronized it?
Yep.
She is unique. Yeah, she is.
Began to identify the genetics in non-mutants who would eventually have mutant order, leaving only the worst of humanity in charge. I've been in a lot of... And it all starts with her.
Look, let's just say that for the sake of... Raven won't listen to me. Uh-huh.
That's why we're gonna need Magneto, too.
Eric? He's said you are perceptive.
The professor I know would never turn his back on someone who lost their path.
You know, I think I do remember you now. Yeah, you said to us then. Fuck off.
Aye, good people and friends. If you don't wallow in self-pity and do nothing,
We all have to die sometime. There was no professor here.
what the hell happened to him?
Eric, Raven, his legs. Just after the first semester, the war in Vietnam got worse. I mean, it broke him. He retreated into himself. I wanted a formula that helps me control my mutation. I tried easing him back, but he just couldn't bear the pain. It's not enough. He's...
You're not scared of me? I always believed I couldn't be the only one in... Raven. You're hungry and alone. In fact, you never have to steal again.
I'll help you get her.
Enough.
But I'll tell you this, you don't know Eric. That man to come home, that's splendid. But what makes you think you...
The room they're holding him in was built and no metal.
He's being held 100 floors beneath the most... What he forgot to mention.
JFK.
Actually curving through the air, Eric's always had a way with guns. You sure you want to carry on with this? It's just me and Hank.
I know a guy. He could get into anywhere. Just don't know how the hell we're gonna find him.
We have a phone book.
Ready for your trip, sir?
I just came to grab a couple files. Is that a new scarf? One second.
We added some.
Thank you.
Is something wrong, sir?
I don't want to miss anything.
Here. Where? Just up here. It's all right. It's down on drive. Right down.
What's he done now? Peter! The cops are here! Again.
You guys want? I didn't do anything. Cops, if you were cops, you wouldn't be driving a rental car.
How'd you know we've got a rental car?
I checked your registration when you were walking to the door. No, you're not cops. Hey, what's with this Gibbs Youngsters place?
That's an old car.
Fast. When I know him, he wasn't so young.
Young? You're talking about. You see something strange here? Nothing anybody would. So who are you? What do you want?
We need your help, Peter.
What?
Break into a highly
Sickle, you know.
Break into the Pentagon.
Because we're just like you.
Sure.
Built in 1943, the Pentagon is the world's largest office building. Where's the bathroom? He always needs a pee. A well...
Call maintenance. Get him down here.
From the Japanese Empire. Now, this month-long battle included some of the
In 3 seconds, those doors are...
That's what I'm waiting for.
What are you doing?
I'm holding your neck so you don't get whiplash.
What?
It happens with everyone. Must have done something pretty serious. Be in there.
For killing the president.
Us. You take karate? You know karate, man?
I don't know karate.
We are evacuating the entire floor so that we, my associate tonight, EFECID. Look, perhaps you didn't hear me when first I spoke, but it's imperative.
They told me you control metal. You know, my mom once knew a guy who could do that.
Charles. Good to see you too, old friend. And walking.
No thanks to you. I wouldn't be here if I didn't have to. If we get you out of here, we do it my way. No, never getting inside of that head again. I need your word, Eric.
Hold it right there!
Charles?
Hands up!
If I could save time in a bottle, is to save every day till eternity. If I could make days last forever, I'd save every day like I'm with you. But there never seems to be an... I've looked around.
Thanks, kid.
Hey, I saw your flight plan in the cockpit. Why are you going to Paris?
Imagine if they were met.
Take it slow.
Where did they dig you up?
You sent me. You and Charles. From the future.
The treatment for my spine affects my DNA. My power so that I could sleep. What are you... Doesn't justify what you've done.
You've no idea what I've done.
I know that you took this.
Eric, I will give you a fight!
Let him come.
You abandoned me! You took...
Emma. Banshee. Countless others experimented on, butchered. Where were you when your own people needed you? Hiding! You and Hank. You abandoned us all.
So you were always an asshole. Future. I spent a lot of years trying to bring you down, but you're a survivor.
Zoro kìa. Ngày mai mình còn một ngày trọng đại lắm. Đang ăn mừng thôi mẹ ơi. Không phải ngày nào. Ta rượu thêm một ly nữa. Đại tướng.
Phần đỏ nó đậu hết, thôi thế thôi.
Cô biết nói tiếng Việt à? Để tôi khao cô một ly khác nhé. Trừ khi cô có mặt. Une bouteille de Johnny Walker, s'il vous plaît.
Hả?
Chà.
Bèn ngoái mà. Dạ làm thế thôi.
Vậy thì close off. Thank you.
I didn't kill the president. They took me out before I could.
Why would you try and save him?
Because he was one of them.
You've always said they would come after us.
I never imagined they'd...
Day I left for Dallas.
Driven. Loyal.
How?
We were. You should be proud of her, Charles.
Girl I raised, she was not capable of killing.
You didn't raise her, you grew up with her. She couldn't still... That's not my power.
She's going to murder Trask. They're going to capture her. And then they're going to wipe us out.
Tomorrow. For what happened, I truly am.
It's been a while since I've played.
I'll go easier.
You have the first move.
Hotel Royale. It's a historic day as the official ending of it with other South Vietnamese dignitaries.
The summit doesn't begin for another hour.
On winning this war. Now, I know you all have hands to shake and photos. A new enemy out there. An enemy that will render your arsenals useless. You'll need a new weapon for that. After the ancient guardians that stood at the gates of the Citadel. Guns that can fire off more than 2,000 rounds per minute of thermoceramic ammunition Boeing. No, what makes the Sentinel so special is the ability to target a half a mile away and won't trigger unless it's identified the target. With activate in here. There's a mutant.
There has to be some kind of mistake.
What are you?
Trucy! I assure you, I don't know what you're talking about. Trucy, mate! Ne bougez pas!
Raven!
Charles?
We've come for you, Eric and I.
I made you a promise a long time ago that I would protect you, and I didn't.
Eric?
Securing our future. Forgive me, Mystique. As long as you're out there...
Stop him.
He can't.
slipping. He's slipping back. I'm losing.
Started Wolverine one day!
What? You came to us.
Who are you?
Charles. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I can deal with this. Just go.
Stop, Eric!
You spent the last couple of days with us. I said, yeah.
God, Kitty. She's wounded pretty bad.
I got him.
I just saw someone who's gonna bring me a lot of pain someday.
Out of here.
We want to know if there's any sort of connection with...
Yesterday, the Paris Peace Summit was rocked by the appearance of unidentified assailants.
Where do they come from? Will they be back? And most importantly, are they friend of...
Yesterday's events unfolded.
What the hell are we dealing with here? Off the record. Security prison inside the Pentagon. We believe that this woman is a former associate of... He was also implicated in Kennedy's assassination. What?
Yes. Yes, we do. They're mutants. Last I checked, that's what most of your weapons were made of. And she can... Even you, Mr. President. She could walk into this office and order a nuclear...
Any countermeasures? Any defense?
I was waiting for you to ask me that question.
In the world. And our best defense are these giant metal robots?
Many of the mutants, look, they're built out of a space-age polymer, not an ounce of metal on them.
I want to make a demonstration. I want the world to know that we can protect them.
To shut me down. It's going to cost a bit more to turn them on.
Whatever you need.
Her. For research purposes, of course.
Crois donc. Être né comme ça, vous fixez. Oui. Je peux. Vous pensez qu'elle a une famille?
A établi un périmètre de sécurité de 3 pâtés de maison. Il n'y a aucune piste qui permette d'identifier ou de localiser les trouvés sur les lieux. Les échantillons ont été envoyés à des laboratoires à travers le monde. Nous en apprendra plus sur les événements d'aujourd'hui.
How did you find me?
You taught me well. You tried to kill me.
So the rest of us could live.
Lied to me.
I never have, and I never will. I was only doing what I thought necessary to secure our future.
So what's to stop me from...
Doesn't matter anymore. I have your DNA. Your blood was... I've seen their plans. They're creating a weapon. We have to strike now, while we still hold the upper hand.
I don't want a war. I only want the man who murdered...
Did you lose your way while I was gone? Or are you Mystique? Man isn't enough.
It never was for you. Goodbye.
What happened? Come on. I can't even walk.
He needs his treatment.
Hey, pull yourself together.
You don't believe that?
How do you know?
As these back, they all come back.
I'm still here. And she's... Not like this. I need you. We can't find Raven. Not without you.
I added a little extra because you missed a dose. Hank, do me a favor. Would you help me to my study, please?
Okay.
Are you sure about this?
The mutation itself. I need more.
That's all they were able to scrape off the
spinal fluid, bone marrow. Imagine. This girl could leap the program forward years, decades.
Jason? He's coming up on 10 now, if you can believe it.
8 years from fighting 80, 55,000. And how many more on the other side? Never has there been a cause which could unite us as a species.
This doctor, don't you?
On the contrary, I rather admire them. Think.
Common enemy.
Common struggle. Against the old, are going to help us usher in a new era, Bill. A new era of genuine.
Attention. Transport departure in 2 hours.
A lifetime ago. Raven's wounded. She won't be moving. These are muscles I haven't... Can't do this. My mind.
Yes, you can.
It won't take it.
You're just a little rusty.
You don't here. It comes from... And it's broken. It was a mistake coming down here. It was a mistake freeing Eric. This whole thing has been...
Right. I am. And, I don't know how long I've got here. I was your most helpless student. Once you showed me what I could be. I don't know how to do that for you. You're right. Look into my mind. But you can do that hasn't already been done, trust me. Come on.
Kill me.
I love you. Look past me.
No, I don't want your suffering. I don't want your...
That's it.
Charles. Eric was right. Humanity does this to us.
Just because someone stumbles, loses their way, it doesn't mean they're lost.
Oh, I'm not the man I was. Me.
You're afraid. And Cerebro knows it.
So much pain.
It's not. And as frightening as it may be, that pain, embrace it. It will make you more powerful. We have to bear their pain without breaking. Hope. Please, Charles, we need you to.
Power's back up.
She's lost too much blood. She can't keep going like this.
We have no choice, Bobby. I had a glimpse into the past. They need more time.
Raven, stop. Stop. Where are you? Back at the house.
Where you should be. I need you to.
If you kill Trask, you'll be creating countless more.
Oh! The girl I grew up with.
I have compassion. Just not for Trask.
Shut her down, Charles. Get in her head.
She's not letting me in. I'm badly hurt. It will set you on a path from which there is no return. An end. But we can stop it right now, you and I.
I have to. You haven't changed at all, Charles.
Where is she?
Washington, D.C.
We're going backward in time.
Is that the system I just...
All three. Wow.
Yeah, and PBS.
He'll be joined by Secretary of Defense Laird and has even sought the help of renowned scientists.
Raven doesn't realize that if she kills Trask at an event like that with the whole world war...
And there's more bad news. I saw in a report. They found traces of her blood in Paris for the future. Now there's a ripple into it, create a ripple, but the current always corrects itself. And what I'm saying is, what if the war is inevitable? What if she's meant to?
Just because someone stumbles, loses... No, I don't believe that theory. Ready the plane. We're going to Washington.
Today, I need you to promise me something. You've looked into my... The X-Men. Promise me you'll find us, guide us, lead us. Storm. Remember those names. There's so many.
I'll do my best.
Witness history, along with news crews from at least 50 different countries.
Can I see invitations, please?
Yes, you may. These two are with me. Logan?
Fine.
Cigarette.
I haven't found her yet, but she has to be.
My fellow Americans, today we face the great. We have prepared for this threat. Behold, the world will never be the same again.
Hunt.
Raven? There, you see? Secret Serviceman, left of the stage.
Got it.
Go.
We've been given a second chance to define who we are.
Gentlemen, you cannot pass this point.
We can't stop that many.
No.
DEFCON 3. Mr. President, we are code red. What's our air defense readiness? Our air defense is...
Make a statement. Now the whole goddamn world knows we can't protect them.
I will fix it.
this kind of thing, but in the future, do I make it?
Do what you were made for.
I got this!
So much for being a survivor.
No! Don't kill it! I need it alive.
Us. Why? Because we are different. Humanity has always... World! You're right to fear us. We are... And anyone who stands in our way will suffer the same fate as these men you see before. Today was meant to be a display my race can unleash upon yours. Let this be a warning to the world.
And to no more hiding. No more suffering.
You out. Join me. Fight together in a brotherhood of us starts today.
Wasted fighting each other, Charles.
I said stand down! You want to make a statement?
Very heroic, Mr. President. Our species begins now.
Still am.
Get out of my head! Look around you, we already are.
Not all of us.
All you've done can show them a better path. I've been trying to control you ever since the day we met. And look where that's got us. Now is in your hands.
good as dead. You know that.
I know. Goodbye, Eric. I have hope for them. There's going.
What about Logan?
Buckminster Fuller is a great example of an architect whose ideas were very similar.
Morning, Logan.
Storm.
Are you okay?
You're here. Whoa. Easy, pal.
Good to see you, Scott.
Uh-huh. See you later, Professor.
Logan, is everything all right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Did what? Logan, don't you have a class to teach?
A class? Actually, I could use some help with that.
Help with what?
I think the history I know is... It's good to see you, Charles.
Promise to keep. You and I have a lot of catching up. What's the last thing you remember?
A new and uncertain world. And infinite outcomes. Countless choices define our fate in the river of time.
What do you want us to do with them, Major Stryker?
Enough ripples for the future is never truly set.